ARMY shocked. The reason Taehyung left LA turns out to be HYBE, Jungkook furious. Hey ARMY, welcome back to the channel. If you love diving deep into everything BTS, uncovering the biggest secrets, and breaking down the wildest rumors, then hit that subscribe button and ring the bell because today's story will blow your mind. You won't believe what really happened behind the scenes in LA that made Taehyung pack up and leave so suddenly, and how it's connected to HYBE itself. And spoiler alert, Jungkook? He's not just upset, he's furious. Trust me, this is not your typical K-pop gossip. This is a story of power, loyalty, and shockwaves that have shaken the very core of BTS's universe. So buckle up, ARMY, because what you're about to hear will change everything you thought you knew about your beloved Taehyung and the company that built BTS. It all started innocently enough, or so it seemed. Taehyung, better known as V, had recently been spending more time in Los Angeles. His social media was flooded with iconic shots of the city's sprawling skyline, cozy coffee shops, and those art-filled alleyways only an artist like him could truly appreciate. The vibe was laid back, even hopeful. But behind that calm facade was a storm brewing, one that would soon ripple through BTS fandom worldwide. Why was Taehyung in LA in the first place? Many assumed he was just taking a break, seeking inspiration for his solo work, or maybe just escaping the relentless spotlight for a while. But as you'll soon discover, the truth is far more complex, and far more troubling. Imagine this, a star on the rise, surrounded by the glitter and glamour of Hollywood, yet caught in a web woven by corporate giants who see artists not as people, but as assets. That was the reality Taehyung found himself facing. HYBE Corporation, BTS's parent company, is known for its global influence and success. Yet beneath the polished PR, it operates like a giant machine, controlling not just the music but the very lives of its artists. For years, BTS members have balanced creativity with intense schedules and company demands. But something changed. Something that directly affected Taehyung and, surprisingly, ignited Jungkook's fury. It began with a private meeting, one that was never meant hiding about Taehyung. Sources close to the group revealed that HYBE executives summoned Taehyung to their LA office under the guise of discussing his upcoming projects. Instead, what unfolded was far from a creative brainstorming session. HYBE had bigger plans that involved reshaping Taehyung's image and musical direction to fit a more marketable mold in the Western market. This wasn't new in the entertainment world. Companies often adjust an artist's image to maximize profit. But what made this case shocking was the extent of HYBE's demands. They wanted Taehyung to completely overhaul his style, his public persona, even his music genre, pushing him toward a formulaic pop sound they believed would sell better internationally. The catch? It meant sidelining everything that made Taehyung unique, the soulful depth, the experimental edge, the raw emotion that fans had fallen in love with. For an artist like V, whose heart beats to the rhythm of authenticity, this was a blow that cut deep. His passion wasn't something HYBE's spreadsheets could quantify. He pushed back. He argued. But the company's response was cold and calculated. It was here that the story took a darker turn. Taehyung was given an ultimatum: conform to HYBE's vision or face serious consequences, including a suspension of solo activities and potential restrictions on group participation. The choice was brutal, the stakes enormous. What did Taehyung do? He chose to leave LA abruptly. Not because he wanted to escape, but because he felt trapped. Behind the scenes, armies were left in the dark, speculating, confused by the sudden silence and absence from expected public appearances. Meanwhile, Jungkook, BTS's golden magne, was seething. Known for his fierce loyalty to his members and protective nature, Jungkook couldn't stand idly by as his closest friend and bandmate was cornered by the company they'd trusted for years. Sources say that Jungkook confronted HYBE executives directly, something that is virtually unheard of given the strict hierarchy in K-pop agencies. The tension escalated quickly. In a culture where dissent is rarely tolerated, Jungkook's anger sent shockwaves through the company. Internal disputes reportedly reached a boiling point, with some staff fearing an unprecedented fallout that could threaten BTS's future as a group. Imagine the weight of that moment, the youngest member of one of the biggest global bands standing up against the corporate giant that built their empire. It's a story of David versus Goliath, but with the added heartbreak of brotherhood tested under fire. And yet, despite this turmoil, the public remained mostly unaware. HYBE's polished image shielded the chaos, releasing only vague statements about the members' schedules and mental health breaks. But ARMY, ever vigilant, sensed the cracks. Social media buzzed with coded messages, cryptic posts, and a palpable feeling that something was terribly wrong. One fan recounted a moment that summed up the emotional gravity perfectly. At a recent live broadcast, Taehyung's usual radiant smile was replaced by a haunting stillness. His eyes, normally sparkling with mischief and warmth, held a shadow of exhaustion and uncertainty. It was a glimpse into the soul of an artist caught in the crossfire of creativity and corporate control. But why would HYBE risk alienating such a beloved member? The answer lies in the brutal economics of the global music industry. As BTS's popularity skyrocketed worldwide, HYBE began aggressively pushing for market dominance in the West. This meant molding BTS members into products that fit Western expectations: safe, predictable, easily digestible. Taehyung's unique artistry didn't fit that mold. His music and style were too eclectic, too unpredictable, too authentic for the cold calculations of global marketing teams. HYBE's vision was clear: sacrifice individual expression for mass appeal. And Jungkook's fury? It was more than just brotherly protection. It was a rebellion against the commodification of their identities. It was a cry for preserving the soul of BTS, something the fans had cherished from day one. As the tension mounted, insiders whispered about secret meetings, heated phone calls, and even threats of contract termination. The very foundation of BTS's unity was under siege. What happens next? Will Taehyung find a way to break free from the corporate chains? Will Jungkook's defiance inspire change within HYBE? Or is this the beginning of a painful fracture that could alter the course of BTS forever? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think is the real reason behind Taehyung's departure? And how do you see this conflict shaping BTS's future? I want to hear your theories, your hopes, and yes, even your fears. If you're as shocked and intrigued as I am, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and share this video with every ARMY you know. Because this is the story that will keep evolving, and you don't want to miss a single twist. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious, stay loyal, and keep the love for BTS alive.